should already know this about me. I'm a Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets fan, as well as a Detroit Lions fan. So I have seen this next kid in a Georgia Tech uniform for 2 years, and now he's playing for Alabama. His name is Jahmyr Gibbs, and I think you're about to fall in love. So good luck to you. He is a running back, 5'11", 200 pounds. And right now, like I said, he plays for Alabama. Let me get right into what I like about this kid. There is no wasted motion in the way he runs. You're about to see it right here. He's going to go one cut, make a man, lose his ankles, and he is gone.
Yeah, he's
and of course, you see Virginia's trying to catch him. They might as well have given up 30 yards ago.
He looked like Dalvin Cook right there.
He is quick. Watch.
Yeah, he did.
Ow, somebody, he needs some milk. Okay. And
he's fast.
Absolutely gone. I love
that boy
the fact
fast.
because there's some players out there who don't look fast, but they are. This guy looks fast, and he's fast.
Scooting.
And he is great in the passing game as well. Some pro comparisons for him. His favorite player is Alvin Kamara. That's his favorite player. That's who he grew up watching.
Man.
But a lot of people compare him to Alvin Kamara, but they also compare him to Reggie Bush for his sheer ability to be that utility knife for your football team. We've seen him catch passes. We've seen him run the ball. We're about to see a kick return. I'll let the video speak for itself. Check this out. Boom. One cut. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Now, wouldn't you love to see that?
And he's not running nowhere near his fastest either. Nowhere
wouldn't
near.
Wouldn't you love to see that in a Detroit Lions uniform? Now, some people might say, well, this was at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech wasn't very good the last few years. I get that. But look at what he was still able to do when they weren't very good. And now he's at Alabama, and he had a 200-yard game against Arkansas not that long ago.
Yes, he did, 3 weeks ago.
So I'm just saying, this is a guy who he's in his third year in college, and I should mention that he should be a junior, but because of the fact that he came in 2020 into college, he does have an extra year of eligibility that he can use.
Nice.
I don't know if he's going to use that or not. I hope he doesn't. I hope he comes out in the draft this year and Detroit's able to get him. I would say this is that guy that you might not want to pass up in the first or second round.
That jump cut he got is deadly. He loved that jump cut.
Now, for cons, okay, I've showed you a lot of pros. Here's the con. At Georgia Tech, he wasn't very good at running inside the tackles. However, and this should come with an asterisk next to it, Georgia Tech was transitioning their line from a triple option offensive line with guys that are like 250 pounds to a
where they can pull and move fast. Yeah.
Exactly. So they were trying to transition, and he was kind of caught in that transition. So he might not have been running it in between the tackles because there was nowhere to go. But that is one thing about him, is that his first year in the league, his first year in college, he just kept trying to outrun people, and he can do that. But obviously he's having to add more elements to his game as he's gone. He's done so at Alabama. And one thing that I did want to mention.
How is his pass pro though? How is his pass pro?
His pass pro is pretty good. Is pretty good from what I was able to see. But again, you have to remember when I saw him at. I
was running triple option.
So, well, if they weren't running triple option with him, but when I saw him at Georgia Tech, his pass pro might have been the greatest, but no one else was blocking for the quarterback, so he can't block.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you this: at Bama, he definitely has the pass protect at Alabama.
Yeah. And one other thing I want to throw out there is that I know that Nate loves Robinson out of Texas, and the running backs coach at Texas right now is Tashard Choice. He used to be a running back for Georgia Tech.
Yes,
he is the one that recruited Jahmyr Gibbs to Georgia Tech and was the one that trained him to do stuff like you're seeing here on this screen right now. So that's my first player is Jahmyr Gibbs. I think you could use him as a utility knife player, and I think you could get pretty far with him. And the other part about it, just real quick, is the fact that in the NFL nowadays, you can't just have one running back because the running backs get hurt too often.
By committee.
So if you've got DeAndre Swift and you got Jahmyr Gibbs right behind him.
Interchangeable.
Exactly. So that's my first player I wanted to show y'all, Jahmyr Gibbs. My second one is actually a quarterback out of Tennessee. And I'm going to talk about this guy here for a second. Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker out of Tennessee. Now,
Mr. Hooker.
here's the thing that I look at when I evaluate quarterbacks: consistency over the course of a period of time. I don't like to bet the farm on a quarterback who had one good season in college. I want to see consistency. Now, at Tennessee, Hendon Hooker is being coached by Josh Heupel, and Heupel runs a very unique style offense. Now, you could say, red flag right off the bat, is he a system quarterback? To be honest with you, I don't know. But what I do know is that on paper, last season, he threw 31 touchdowns to just 3 interceptions. And he was completing 68% of his passes.
My only thing about that is that spread offense gives up anemic numbers. You know, as we've seen with quarterbacks, especially to come out of Ohio State, because of that spread, then when they get to the league, they struggle immensely.
Right.
That's my only thing about that.
Do we take snaps under center too? Because I see a lot of shotgun plays in the pros. It's under center, man. Dude,
So he was also at Virginia Tech, Bobby. He was also at Virginia Tech early in his career, and I believe he ran some under center there, but I don't know.
All I see is shotgun plays.
But one thing I will say about Hendon Hooker, he can get out of the pocket. He can extend the play. He can do things that we have not seen a Lions quarterback do in a very long time. We have been running the pocket passer quarterback situation for as long as I've been a Lions fan.
Right. Yeah, the evolution of the quarterback has changed.
Even with Fat Dante.
Exactly. The league itself,
not Fat Dante,
has changed. And so I think what I would do in this situation, if you're going to keep Jared Goff next year, I would still draft this kid, because as we saw last year, look at how many quarterbacks we didn't draft, thinking that we had the backup quarterback situation handled, and then we ended up letting both of our backups go.
They was trash. Oh my God.
So I'm just saying, draft this kid. I don't know what round, but draft this kid and see how he does. Now this season, he's got 10 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's completing 70% of his passes. Tennessee is ranked number 6 in the nation. And this Saturday, my guy right here that you're seeing on the screen has got a date with Reggie's guy.
Yeah.
At 3:30 on Saturday, Alabama at Tennessee. You'll get to see up close and personal my guy versus Reggie's guy. Right, and you'll also get to see Jahmyr Gibbs too. So that might be a game you might want to pay attention to if you're a Lions fan, because there's 3 guys featured in that one game that we're talking about here. So let me go ahead and pause this here.